Hey, good morning, afternoon, or evening. It's morning here. I'll try to get this out before it gets too hot outside. But I had a number of things that I've been talking about with some people, and now that I am no longer working in that environment, I don't have many people to talk to, so I am going to talk to you here on YouTube. So the idea comes that we are a virtual machine, and I wanted to go over a couple of definitions and why I think so, and then look for possibly what you think. So I wanted to throw out a number of ideas that I've been discussing and sitting on, and granted, I've had some people come back, but most people just nod and think I'm crazy. But hey, maybe you will, maybe you won't too. So in the virtual machine idea, I feel that to start out with a couple of definitions, I think that God would be the power that runs everything. Without power to the virtual machine or the actual servers themselves or actual equipment, then nothing would happen. So for those that believe that there's no God, I don't know how to, I don't really know what to tell you, but hey, you can do you. But I think that God is that power that allows everything to happen. So in saying that, power doesn't care what you do. It just provides. So we call it source or creator, and actually creator might not be the best word, because I think more of creator is more on like something in the system that actually made the virtual machines or sets things up, and we'll talk about that later. But for now, we are a virtual machine on a server. If you want to take the movie The Matrix, where Neo goes and you see that he finds his actual body. But I think on the Matrix side of the house, where his actual body was, I think that that is where our soul resides. So our soul is kind of on exterior to the software itself, or the server itself, and our soul feeds into each of the virtual machines. And thinking about that, the way a virtual machine runs, it has like an operating system, and then it has something that it does. It has programs that it runs, things of that nature. So if you were to look at, like, say, Amazon Web Services or Azure or something of that nature, you can purchase different types of virtual machines that are capable of doing different things. You can have different number of CPUs, different amounts of storage, different amounts of RAM, so that it can actually do some things. So in saying that we're a virtual machine, I don't believe that we're all the same virtual machine. I do believe that we have some differences. And in saying that, numerology might help determine what is our capability of the virtual machine that we have. So for instance, I'm a 7, and a 7 is half here in this virtual machine and half a collector of information from outside. And depending on what we do, then that kind of determines, or what processors we're running will determine how we can collect information or how I can do things in the physical. So for myself in particular, I know that if I get into a project where I'm physically doing something, I don't as much hear things coming from the outside, but it's me taking information from the outside and putting it into physicality. But if I am in my days where all I want to do is sit around and meditate, then I don't get anything done. So there is, for me, a bit of time management between dreaming and doing. So I have to kind of manage that. Depending on your numerology, you might be different. So I know some people are able to store things a lot better, or they collect their information and it just works differently for them. But we can go over that at a later point. But another idea of the soul feeding the virtual machine is our soul is extremely powerful, and it's not running or it's not overseeing just one virtual machine. I do believe that we have multiples that we run, and we kind of run in clusters. Like a particular, I'm going to take a physical server here on Earth, and a physical server, let's say it can run 500 virtual machines at one time with the amount of CPUs and RAM and everything that it has. So that server has 500 different virtual machines doing whatever those virtual machines are doing. They're not interrelated, but they can connect to each other. So in the connection phase, we work with the other virtual machines or souls that are on there. One of the ideas that I do want to discuss is, are all of the virtual machines on the one server ours, or are they others? And is that why we can connect with some people and we just instantly work with them, while other people, we can interface with them, but we don't so much get along? Our input and output doesn't affect them, while those people that are closer to us, we kind of can couple our processing power together and we get things done. Or we fight with each other. If our processing frequencies are off, then one person is trying to accomplish one thing, the other person is trying to accomplish another, and you fight. And at that point, you have to decouple your servers and separate in life. So it's just part of the basics. God is powering it. The soul is kind of an overseer, although our virtual machine, we kind of run on our own. So I have a number of other ideas that'll go along with it. And why is it that so many people see so many different things? How does it actually work? So this is the first idea. Please let me know what you think on this. And I will see you in the next one.